powered racers. The simplest one can be done by year 1 and 2. This is the most complex of my designs, and I do this with year 5 and 6. It has two separate elements. We're going to make a body out of card using this net that I've designed here, and we're going to make the chassis out of 8mm by 8mm square section wood. Let's start on the body first of all. Before we cut out the design, we've got some fold lines here, and I always score fold lines. I find it makes it much easier to fold up. I'm using a safety ruler and a small screwdriver here, and I'm just scratching along quite hard along the dotted line with the screwdriver. When I'm using nets with younger children, I score all the lines beforehand. Thankfully with year 5 and 6 I can get them to do it. I'll just do that one there, and then there's one across here. Something that I do beforehand is this hole here is going to be where the exhaust pipe comes out, and I get a craft knife and I cut along these lines here to create a sort of a flower shape, so that when we push the piece of tubing through that the balloon's connected to, they will open up. I don't know if you can see that. Okay. Don't push your finger all the way through because it will actually trap your finger. One last thing that I do is they do have to cut this hole out here at the top, so to make it a bit easier for them I just do 2 cuts there, and then that allows them to get the scissors in to cut that hole out. So we can then cut out the shape, and there's the net for the body cut out. We'll just cut that hole out now. It's much easier to do it now than when it's fixed to the chassis. Doesn't need to be cut out accurately. There we are. And now we can start to fold up the net. It's very easy because we've scored the dotted lines. You can see how easily it's folding up. And then fold over these tabs here. And these flaps here I like to put inside. I think it looks tidier. And we can secure those with sticky tape or with a glue gun. I've got a glue gun handy here. There we go, and make sure that that's tucked in. With this design, as I'm working with year 5 and 6, it does need to be made quite accurately. So we'll tuck that one in as well. We can now punch out the 4 holes that the axles are going to go through. Again, try and do this carefully to ensure that the chassis fits the body. And there we are. That's the completed body of the jet racer. Put my name on it. Okay, next we're going to start work on the chassis, and the pupils have to cut up some square section wood. It's 8 by 8mm square section wood, and they have to cut up 3 pieces using a mini saw and a bench hook, 12 centimetres, 8 centimetres and 6 centimetres long. So that's 3 pieces, 12, 8 and 6 centimetres long, and then these are glued together to form this shape. So I'll just quickly do that. Glue that on, make sure it doesn't stick to the worktop. I'm judging it by eye. I could of course use a ruler to find halfway point. There we go. And that's quite